All right, call the meeting to order. Commissioner Feldheim, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. First item on the agenda is to approve our agenda. Motion by Weiss, second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. This time we'll open the meeting up for any public comment. Anyone wish to address the commission this morning on any topic that isn't on the agenda? In person, on the phone, out there online? Seeing none, we will move on. Second reading and possible adoption of ordinance 266, a rezone.
Ordinance 266, an ordinance amending Title 4, second revision, Brown County ordinance is amended to rezone certain described property filed by Alvin and Nancy Hagan to go from mini ag district to lakefront residential.
Is there anyone here to speak to ordinance 266? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Denner. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
That
was in synchrony. That was a hard call there. All right, public hearing for transfer of liquor licenses. These are like rubber balls.
Notice of hearing upon applications for sale of alcoholic beverages. Notice is hereby given according to South Dakota Codified Law 35-2-5. A public hearing on the transfer of a retail on-off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine license. Transfer retail on-off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine from Stacy Gosman doing business as Head East to transfer license to G&T Gaming doing business as Dakota Players Club. Located at 5759 Highway 12 East, Suite 2, Lot 1B, Gosman First Edition, Kessler Outlet First, south half of Section 15, Township 123, Range 63 west of the 5th PM, Brown County.
All right, we have before us the transfer of the Head East liquor license. Is there anyone here to speak to this transfer? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Dennert. Any further discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Transfer of the retail on-off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine license. Stacy Gosman doing business as Westbound to transfer the license to G&T Gaming Incorporated doing business as Dakota Players Club located at 5759 Highway 12 East, Suite 3, Lot 1B, Gosman First Edition, Kessler's Outlet 1, south half of Section 15, Township 123, Range 63 west of the 5th PM in Brown County, South Dakota.
All right, is there anyone here to speak to the transfer of Westbound liquor license? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve.
Move. Second.
Motion by Gage, second by Weiss. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay. And transfer of retail on-off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine from Stacy Gosman doing business as Up North to transfer the license to G&T Gaming Incorporated doing business as Dakota Players Club located at 5759 Highway 12 East, Suite 4, Lot 1, Gosman First Edition, Kessler's Outlet 1, south half of Section 15, Township 123, Range 63 west of the 5th PM of Brown County, South Dakota.
Is there anyone here to speak to the Up North liquor license transfer? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion.
Move.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Dennert. Any further discussion or questions?
You're missing a south out of this collection.
That's just just one thing to say before I go. There was a stipulation brought to me by Scott's department downstairs as far as like the special exception uses. I took all the car signs and stuff down from out there, and we forgave our car dealership license. So it's the only thing that's going to be in there now will be the Big Fellas Restaurant and Mexican. That'll be it. So just see.
Oh, you're not doing,
Not doing the
golf
cars.
carts or anything?
Well, we'll sell golf carts and stuff, but I'll sell those out of my front yard.
Oh.
You know, just, you know, here and there, just, you know, for, like, personal stuff. That's it. I'm not gonna do any of the golf cart stuff anymore either. We just can't, Yamaha's way behind. I got another year to wait if I wanna wait. So, that's it.
Okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. They're all transferred.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Dick.
Dave.
Next up, Joe Adam, IT Support Specialist, to discuss website update. Morning, Joe.
Hey, everybody.
Joe.
How we doing today?
Morning, Pat. Doing good, how are you?
I'm here for more.
Got a slideshow this morning.
Little bit. How are we all doing today?
Doing well, and you?
Doing pretty good. We're getting closer to the end of the whole website process of switching it over. I've done quite a few updates since the last time we talked about it, and mostly just to go over kind of the content that we've actually added, where we need to go forward from here, and kind of what still needs to be done in terms of bigger projects when it comes to the site. The main thing that we need to kind of discuss is just, in its current state, we need to look at moving it over to NBC, or moving it over to an actual host. What we need to do is just take a look at getting it hosted and seeing if everything will transfer over to the new web host at that time. What we need to do though before we do that is probably sit down with the department heads and go over some of the content that's on the pages. Now, I've sat down with a couple of them in the past, or actually every single one of them, bar a few, but a lot of them have been pretty good about getting back to me about some of the stuff. Some need to probably get back and look at the actual page in its current state and say, hey, you know, these changes need to be made. Like, this doesn't make sense, whatever the case is, we no longer do this. Like teen court's no longer a thing. That's a good example of some of the things like that just are on the page that are no longer there. So, as we move forward, that's something we do need to look at for sure. But in its current state, the theming, a lot of the code in the background, a lot of that stuff is pretty much getting close to done. The second thing is obviously getting ahead and moving forward with classes to train people. Now, we're going to have to sit down with the department heads and go over a person that we're going to need to actually have designated as mostly the person that facilitates changes or facilitates the content editing on the side of the department that needs to handle it. So, generally, if it's a department head, or if we just want to have someone probably globally, or if we want to have someone that's kind of just more or less for each department that can handle it, we can actually specify which department that they can actually edit, so they can actually edit their own pages and be subject just to that page, or just to certain types of content that needs to be on the page, like board meetings and stuff like that. So, but as it stands, it will also be publicly available for each department head to see, so they can actually go ahead and see it within our local area network. They can move forward and take a look at it anytime that they want. But I would like to see probably a deadline on that for them, to actually go ahead and see if we can't get that done probably, hopefully by mid-March, and then we can move forward with moving it and making it our fully done website and putting it onto our current domain name. So this would be the new brown.sd.us. So as we move forward from there, the other couple projects that we're kind of waiting on now, which is going to be the inmate list. Now, that was the other topic that I wanted to bring up. We're working with Spillman now. We're in talks with Spillman to go ahead and get data and servers created to go ahead and host that data. It took a little bit of a while because there's more loose ends on that back end to actually go ahead and pull that data out from our current data that's known. We don't want to interrupt our current data and possibly cause a request to actually shut down our Spillman server, which has happened before. So we want to go ahead and separate that data out so we can go ahead and pick through it without interrupting the actual live data, so it doesn't harm the PD of the sheriff's department's actual operations. So, but that will be coming up pretty soon. If we do need to go live with or without it, it'd probably be better just to go ahead and go live, and then we can just go ahead and move forward with adding that at a later time, depending on when Spillman does get back to us. Other things that do need to be done when it comes to forms and any forms that we do need to submit. Departments have been complaining about the current Contact Us as being a little bit of a Achilles heel, because they keep constantly get emails from random phishing websites, and they get emails sent through that. At this current juncture, I'm just going to leave it off a majority of the sites, and we're going to add CAPTCHA, which is basically like checking if it's a bot or anything like that. we'll put caption on ones for probably the sheriff's office, as they probably need it more than anybody. If there's going to be a contact us, probably needs to go exclusive to the sheriff's, and then we'll work with other departments to add it as they see fit. But like contacting IT from an outside source, I don't think it's pertinent at all. That doesn't make sense. Contacting probably the fair would make sense. Contact sheriff's department would make sense. But as we move forward, that's something we could probably look at doing and hashing out who would need it and who doesn't. So, but it's in its current state, it's just looking to go ahead and have a second revision of the content that was added, and then a good thumbs up from our department heads, and then once that's done, then we can move forward, getting it fully hosted, and transitioning to the site and getting the training done and making sure that the tools are in the hands of the people that need them to facilitate the changes that they need to do on the content. So, but if you guys have any questions for me about where anything was in particular, or things that need to be added to the site, or if you guys had any questions about kind of where we're moving forward in terms of like content or anything like that.
I don't at this point, maybe if we all just go online and kind of maneuver it a little bit.
Absolutely.
If there's something that we think is missing or needs to be added.
Yes,
So.
and we're gonna obviously make that publicly available.
Sure.
The other thing too that always came up, I did forget to mention this, if we do images of elected officials, that's obviously at this point, it's already got so many problems. I mentioned that to a couple department heads, and they're just absolutely, no, that's not gonna happen. For department heads, absolutely not, and then I talked to some elected officials, they were leery of it. Commissioners, I'll leave it in your hands, if you wanna do that or not, but if you wanna be publicly available, but Pennington County, your counterparts in Pennington County, or Minnehaha, or wherever it may be, they're on there, so, but I'll leave that in your guys' hands. If you say no, fine. I'm fine with it, but
Do you
know.
wanna share what you learned?
What's that? Do what?
Do you wanna share what you learned with that cybersecurity stuff?
Do what?
As far as having the pictures and stuff on?
Pictures of the commissioners and department heads wouldn't be that bad. I'm more worried about the email stuff, that until we get that caption put on there, that checks to make sure it's not a, artificial intelligence sending a bunch of spam emails to combing our websites for email addresses. I'm more worried about the pictures.
And once we shut down the old website, that's gonna put a halt on almost all of that. I know a lot of department heads who've gotten emails through that current contact us, and it's been obnoxious for them because they don't know. Because our last article training was literally about that exact same thing. Because they're just gonna send something through some email that could be a spoof email, could be anything, and they're gonna click on it, and it's just gonna happen. It's only a matter of time, but we're just mitigating that risk when we get rid of that contact us. So, but like I said, to minimize it to particular departments, and then they're gonna have one of the caption filters, like click on the images here, or type in what you see here in the image, or whatever the case may be, to go ahead and pick out those who bots and not bots, of course. So
We've scheduled a department head meeting for March 19th.
March 19th.
So we can poll everybody, and you can get opinions from department heads as far as what, if anything, they want to see different that you don't already know.
Yeah, and I'll make that publicly available. I'll probably send out an email today that's
Okay.
going to have the website on it.
Okay.
Departments should have it listed, so departments, if they're not in there, which is, I think all of them are, I think I got them all, but if they have a big problem with their website, its current state, or their current page, then we'll just go through that and go through the motions to get that done. So, like I said, other projects that will take a little bit longer, like the inmate list, we'll move on, and we'll definitely see about getting that taken care of obviously sooner. But it just depends on mostly third-party vendors at that point, so kind of
Okay.
out of our hands.
Very good.
Did you get any questions or comments, or, wow, Joe, it looks great. And we have a logo, kind of a logo now. So
Nice.
the thing is that was created by Mackenzie. It's a lot, I'm very excited that she created that. It's a lot better than our last one, or actually, I don't know if we had one, but technically is, made by us and for the website. If you guys like it, let me know. If I overstep my bounds by creating it, let me know. But, or by having Mackenzie create it, so, good job on Mackenzie and the fair, so.
Looks good.
I mean, it is what people think of when you say Brown County is,
Yep.
is that picture. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's missing the road. It's probably road, it was probably railroad, I can't tell at this point. But
Well,
other than
looks
that.
good.
Good deal. Awesome. But you guys have anything else for me?
Nope, thanks for the update, we
Appreciate what
appreciate it.
you're doing.
Thank you. Thanks for all your work on it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, thanks, Pat.
You bet.
All right, next up, approve and authorize chairman to sign YMCA drawdown number 5 for the CDBG grant. In the packet, motion by Weiss, second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, moving on to the consent calendar. Lynn?
Approval of the general meeting minutes of February 20th.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Weiss. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claims and payroll.
Move. Second.
Motion by Gage, second by Weiss. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
HR report.
Move. Second.
Motion by Weiss, second by Dennert. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Travel request.
Move. Second. Both.
Motion by Gage, second by Weiss. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Police.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Dennert. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claim assignment.
Move.
Motion by Weiss, second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Flats.
Move. Second.
Motion by Dennert, second by Weiss. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Abatements.
Move. Second.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Weiss. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
And auditor's report of accounts.
Move. Second.
Motion by Dennert, second by Weiss. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Didn't think I'd get that one.
Let
you get that one.
Any other business to come before the Brown County Commission this morning? We've had a request to go into executive session for both personnel and contracts. I don't see any. Ross is here.
Ross.
Possibly legal.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
No.
Contracts and personnel.
Yeah, they didn't.
Move.
Motion by Gage.
Second.
Second by Dennert. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are in exec.
When you say adjourn and it's
10:30.
seconded, it's that sick bank time then.
Sorry,
The light is back on. We are out of exec with no action as a result, but a lot of conversation.
Motion to adjourn.
Nope.
You need to make a motion for the contracts, will you? Rachel talked about.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me, sorry.
I would entertain a motion to approve the fair contracts that at this point are being held confidential until announcement date.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dennert, second by Weiss. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Now, we're ready.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Gage to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned.